20-year-old Danielle Corey is suing her ex-fiancé, 18-year-old Dustin Waslovich, for an unpaid loan and balances due on 2 cars. Danielle says Dustin hung out with drug dealers in high school and eventually became one himself. However, Dustin says his ex-fiancé is only suing because he called off their engagement. He's countersuing for unpaid rent.
All right, today we have the case of Danielle Corey, who is suing Dustin Waslovich for an unpaid loan, the balance on 2 cars and unpaid credit card bills, and Dustin is countersuing for unpaid rent. At one point, the two of you were engaged?
Yes.
All right, so why are we here today if at one point you were about to be married?
Because Dustin owes a lot of money and he refuses to pay it. Dustin and I met in 2006 through a mutual friend. We dated for 2 years. He would lie, cheat, steal. He just used me any chance he got.
Okay.
Because Dustin was hanging out with drug dealers, he decided that he wanted to become one himself. His friends now smoke pot, they do coke, they do prescription pills, whatever they can get their hands on, they do. And I wouldn't doubt it if he was doing it now.
Yeah, well, but you know what? This is a courtroom, and speculation is not appropriate in a courtroom. I mean, are you selling drugs, doing drugs,
no,
taking pills? Never?
Okay.
No, Your Honor.
Look at me.
I've never done pills. I've never done pills or crack or anything like that.
You've never smoked weed?
I can't say I've never done that.
That's a yes.
Yes. Yeah.
You've smoked weed?
Yes.
Okay.
There was many instances that I caught him doing it because he
doing what?
Smoking pot. He smoked pot in front of me. He was also a drug runner.
What does that mean?
He picks up drugs for people and takes it to where it needs to go. Or if his friends need drugs, he'll pick it up and he'll smoke with them after he gets it.
You deny that you were a drug runner?
Yes, I do.
Smart thing to do in a courtroom, by the way.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
But why is she saying this?
I don't know how she's even thinking that.
Your Honor, I found drugs in the car.
What did you find?
We were cleaning out the car because I was taking the car back.
What did you find?
A bag of weed.
Did you call the police?
Well, no, because he was a boyfriend. I wasn't going to get him in trouble.
Yeah, you see, and that's the problem. Because it's a boyfriend or somebody you know or like and you don't want to make him feel bad, you're going to get yourself in trouble if you're using this car. The presumption in every state in this country is that if there's weed in a common area of the car, you're every bit as responsible as he is. You got drugs in the car, get rid of the drugs, call the cops, and get rid of the boyfriend.
Why?
All right, back to you.
All right, well, me and her started dating in 2005, and I met her in 2004, and at the time she was dating a girl, and at the time, just after that, she started dating a boy. She was dating a girl and a boy at the same time.
No, that's not true.
Yes.
Oh my
Were you dating a girl?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what was that about?
Experiment. It was there. I just did it.
Do you know what that's called? Do you know what a GUG is?
No, I have no idea.
Gay until graduation. You heard that one? Is that what you were? You were experimenting?
It was, yeah, I guess. I'm not ashamed of it. I don't take it back. I don't talk to her anymore. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. I mean, if he's trying to bring that on me to...
You still with girls or?
No.
So
No.
So you graduated, you got past it?
Yeah.
Well, see, go. Gay until graduation. Okay. All right. Now, you have a car. Whose car is it, by the way?
It's my car, but I don't have my license, and I bought it. And it was in his mom and his name. So
you bought a car for him and his mother?
No, I bought a car, but he needed it, so he was paying it off, but he never did. We got into a car accident in February of 2007. So I got hurt, and I got a settlement for $10,000.
Okay.
So when I got the settlement, he needed the car because he just totaled his.
All right. So you have an accident, the car's totaled, you got $10,000 for what?
I got hurt. I got bulge discs and everything else.
I'm sorry. You okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you get money for the car?
Yes, I had received money for the car, and with that money, I had bought a new car. Nothing to do with her.
Okay.
That was none of her cars.
So what are you suing for?
I'm suing for a truck that I bought that he needed for work and a car, the Grand Prix that I'm
Why does he
suing
need a truck if he just bought a car from the car that he totaled?
Because it was different times. It was a different time. Well, I got into a car accident with him. I got the money, and then I bought a car from a friend. And he was going to buy it from me. So he was going to, but we broke up before he can start paying the payments, and he just refuses to.
Did you buy him a car and give him possession of the car?
He signed promissory notes saying that he was going to pay it back.
All right, let's see the promissory note. You signed a promissory note?
He signed.
Okay. And the promissory note is to what? Make car payments?
Yes.
Who made the down payment?
I bought it full.
Okay. I, Dustin Waslovich, will pay $2,000 by the date of May 16th. I agree that if I don't pay, I will return the car with no damage as it was. All right. So, did you pay it by May 16th? The $2,000?
No, Your Honor.
Why not?
She signed the title over to me and said I could have the car.
Is that true?
No, ma'am. He signed the promissory note, but then he crashed the car. So he got the insurance money for it and everything. So the car's gone. It's at his friend's house.
I'm like out of numbers. Is this car number 3 or 4? He crashed this car.
Yes. He signed
So
that.
then what does he think? I don't have to pay anymore because I totaled
Yeah,
the car? Well, that's
basically.
one way to get rid of the debt. I never thought of that one. Okay.
Yes.
What next?
There's actually a truck that I bought. It was before the car.
What do you do? Just buy people cars and
Well,
trucks?
he needed it for work. I was with him. He needed
How
it for
many
work.
How many cars does he have to total before you figure out that maybe I shouldn't buy him another car? Is there a promissory note? Or is this a truck?
No, I have a truck. There's a paper saying that here's the receipt to the truck that I bought. It's in my name, like everything is that. And 3 days after we bought the truck, he decided that we wanted to go on vacation, and he was going to take me to the Keys, and the truck blew up. He didn't get it checked. He didn't get anything. I gave him the money to buy it, and he didn't.
Either somebody's making this up or you're a jinx.
No, I swear, yeah, it blew up. The engine and transmission blew up 3 days after we got the truck.
Okay. Danielle Corey, Dustin Waslovich, 2598. So you bought the truck in both names?
The first name, I told him I knew that something bad was going to happen, and I was like, I told the person that wrote the receipt, I said, in case anything happens and we do break up, can you put somewhere on the receipt that it was my truck? So he put my name first and then put his in parentheses that because the truck was going into his name.
Have you ever heard of something called title? You bought enough cars, you ought to know what title is.
Well,
What's this? What is this? It's nothing.
It's just a receipt saying that I bought it.
What's that got to do with you and him? Are you suing him for this amount?
Yeah, because he sold my truck after for $1,000.
Okay. Did you sell the truck for $1,000?
Yes, the car was sitting in my driveway for about a month before I decided what we were going to do with it. I found someone to buy the truck for $1,000, and I gave her the money.
The receipts are in his
So
name.
you have an accident with one, and then you blew up the engine on the other, and you give her $1,000. What about the rest of the money you owe her? Or maybe I go too far too quickly. There's $2,598. What portion of that is an obligation of yours to Danielle?
It's all hers.
So you owe her the money.
Well, she bought the vehicle.
So there was no agreement that you would pay her back for the vehicle?
No, I had no agreement that I was going to pay her back. That was her vehicle. I was going to use it, and she was going to keep it.
There was nothing I can do with it. I bought it because you needed it for work.
Are you still in love with this guy?
I was, but it's...
No, you're still in love with him. Aren't you? Look you're blushing. What, do you have any idea how much she's gone through for you?
Yes, I do.
She's gone through a lot of money because she still has feelings for you, and I think you used her. I really do. But anyway, you're suing her for unpaid rent. Talk to me about that.
All right, well, me and her started dating in August 2006.
Right.
As soon after that, her ex-boyfriend got her kicked out of her apartment, and she moved into my house, which I was living with my sister. She stayed there for about a little over a year, never paid a rent.
Was there an agreement that she would pay rent?
She was supposed to pay $100 a week.
Give me
but
evidence.
She was supposed to work for me.
Where's the promissory note? Where's the agreement? What happened?
I don't have any evidence.
Did you think that you were just going to live there for nothing?
No, Your Honor. That house, the circumstance was that I lived there and I helped clean up. This house was disgusting beyond anything.
Okay. How did the relationship end, by the way?
He cheated on me over and over again, so we just kind of broke up. He also maxed out 2 of my credit cards that he refuses to pay back, and then that's on the second.
Oh, that's a shock.
Yeah, that's on the second paper. He agreed to split the costs of the credit cards that the interests have now went up, but...
Fred.
On the
Okay.
yellow paper.
All right. Who was he? You said he had other girlfriends?
Oh yeah, he used to put their numbers under his dad's name, so when they text or call, it would show up as his dad. And
Oh, that's a new one.
when I looked at
Your
his,
Honor.
when I was going through his phone or whatever, I would find text messages from his dad saying that he enjoyed the dinner that they had last night, and he lives here. And that kind of like, I was like, at first I was like, okay. And his dad lives in Chicago, we live in Florida, so I kind of figured it wasn't her, like him. It was actually an ex-girlfriend.
Danielle, have you had enough?
Now, yeah,
I want you to look at me. You went far too far.
It was unconditional love.
It was unconditional love, and you know what? Sometimes in life you can love someone unconditionally, but chances are those are going to be your children, your parents. There's no such thing as unconditional love. And if you get the sense from your partner that it's not being reciprocated, then you're a fool. And you're not a fool. You've got a kind heart. You're a sweet girl. All right? You worked hard. You tried to please him over and over again. You know, there's just some things in life that you can't change. You can't make someone love you who doesn't love you. I'm not saying he doesn't love you. I'm sure he had feelings for you, and it's not for me to say. But your love was so unconditional that you've lost money and you're in court for it. You're lucky that you've got a bit of a resource that you can lean back on. You could be penniless right now. You would have given him until the cows came home. Don't do that again.
I won't.
Lesson learned here. Okay? How old are you?
18.
Yeah, my son is 19. I mean, you know, they're very cute. They really are. But at the end of the day, they are. My son especially. But anyway, but you can't do this. There's such a thing as responsibility and accountability. You're not just breaking her heart, you're breaking her wallet because she loves you so much. She's going to get over you. But in the meantime, you're going to pay. And so I'm going to make a finding on behalf of the plaintiff, Danielle Corey. The balance on the cars that you're going to have to pay her is $3,756. Now, you allege also credit card bills, Danielle. Did he agree to pay half of the credit card?
You actually have something that he signed saying that he was going to split it, and it was $917.11.
And that's your signature. You agreed to split that amount?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to look at it to refresh your memory?
No.
All right. So it's $917 that you have, in fact, agreed that you're going to pay her. That plus the $3,756 is $4,673 on behalf of the plaintiff. And with respect to the countersuit, I find that there was no agreement with your sister vis-a-vis her living at your sister's apartment or house. And in any event, it would be your sister who would have to sue and not you. Try to find yourself someone who is as invested in the relationship as you are, and try to divest yourself of financial interests in relationships. That's my order. Thank you.